Morning, everyone. It's Justice for Comics. It's early Saturday morning, around 5:45 my time, Eastern Standard Time. I didn't get a chance to shoot this video last night, but I figured I'd do it early this morning since I'm up. So let's jump into it. This is the Hot 10 list for the week, brought to you by CBSI, Comic Book Speculation and Investing. And I want to jump into that list here. So let me zoom in and get that going here. So our Hot 10 list for the week. I don't think I had time to really review this, so this will be a little on the fly. Notable mentions: Batman Damned seems to be getting some heat. Number one is going for $100 raw. That looks like the A cover. It looks like I think I saw this get as low as like $40 or $50. If maybe I'm going to say 4 or 5 months ago. I think I may have seen it get that cheap, but back to $100. It's obviously there's some strong demand for it, and I know there's some. Well, I know there's a couple 10.0 CGCs out there on this book too, so it'll be interesting to see what that sells for. But I think that book is a little easier to get a very high grade on. My copy, I didn't even read it. I got a couple extra copies and ended up selling one to pay for the originals that I bought. So I kept the set with the Jim Lee variant as well, and they're both really, really excellent condition. I've never been opened, never been read, nothing. So yeah, you can keep them in pretty nice condition, and who knows, long term, I still think that is going to be a marquee issue. I don't like that it's magazine size. It's the only downside to it, but yeah, it's worth mentioning. Definitely, it's back above $100. Number 10 on the list, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, number 3. This is the Casper Winegard 1 in 25 variant. Yeah, so it looks like it was $15. It jumped up to $33, and now it's at $60. I would imagine this is a pretty tough book to find. I don't think a lot of shops order very heavily on a Star Wars, maybe on the main title Star Wars, but this is an offshoot. So usually they're not gonna, unless it's Midtown or some really big store. I would imagine most shops aren't gonna order 25 copies. So yeah, this is probably a tough book to find. I mean, that's probably a good investment strategy if someone really wants to target books that they know or have a feeling that the ratio that a higher ratio variant is going to be very tough to find. But you're going to have to order it from like a Midtown or My Comic Book Shop, one of those places that obviously has very, very big orders. So I'm not surprised that that's on the movie, and you've got a loyal fan base of Star Wars people that chase those variants. But yeah, as it says here in the comments by CBSI, it says, I don't know what the formula is for these Star Wars variants, but it does seem to repeat itself many times over. And that is definitely true. Whether it sustains that $60 level, that remains to be seen. But yeah, whoever bought it at $15, you're doing pretty good if it's selling at $60 now. And that book just came out, so. Number 9 on the list, Spider-Man Adventures number 8. I don't know much about this book. This might be a little older title. It says the cover price is now sold for $50. Don't quite get the first animated Venom appearance. I guess people just want anything that is different from Venom. Okay, so I guess that's the reason it's moving. This book is definitely has never been on my radar, but yeah, I don't know. You may see, now that this is on the top 10 list, you might see a bunch of them listed on eBay. So that'll be interesting. dig through your collection. You know, if you have that book, might be worth pulling out. Number 8 on the list, Dark Avengers #1. This is one that I contemplated buying a few times at that $10 to $15 price tag. I've definitely seen it on eBay, and I know you know, it's the first appearance of the Dark Avengers, and there's, you know, it's definitely a key book. I would say minor key though. I wouldn't consider it a major key. But it looks like this shot up to $30 this week from $15 to $20 range. So, and why, I don't know. It could be, you know, maybe there's some rumor that they're going to make a series out of it. I think for Dark Avengers, I don't think you're going to see live action, but, you know, an animated thing might be smart. You know, Disney's launching that digital service, the streaming service, later this year, and you could see some of these properties like a Dark Avengers be turned into an animated series. I think that would work. I think it would do well. So, you know, maybe that's the reason it's moving. Hard to say, but yeah, I mean, that's one that you might also find in a back issue bin. I don't think you'll find it in dollar bins, but you definitely could find it at conventions and shows for a pretty decent price. Especially a dealer that has a lot of inventory. He's probably not on top of whether that book is on the move or not. Number 7 on the list, Venom #3, the 3rd print. Yeah, first appearance of Null. I think he is the next great villain. I think he's going to be a Doctor Doom size villain. I think he's going to be around for years and years and years, and 10, 20 years from now, we'll be thinking back, man, remember that Venom #3? I could have bought it for $20, $30, $40, $50. And now it's $250, $300 in raw condition. I think that will be the case, you know, long term. So, you know, 3rd print, definitely a lot lower print run than the 1st print. And really cool cover by Stegman. So I definitely could see why this book is on the move. $25 to $30, so that's pretty nice. I think I at least own 1 copy of that. I know I own a bunch of copies of the 1st print, and then I got 1 of the 2nd, and I think also have at least 1 of the 3rd. But yeah, I mean, that's a strategy too, is the later the print, you know, you get to a 3rd, 4th print, the print run is going to be very, very low. And that's typically what Marvel will do. They'll lower the print run quite a bit. So down the road, that, you know, it ends up being a good investment. All right, number 6 on the list is a Spanish Amazing Spider-Man. I don't speak Spanish too well. I'll give it a go here though. El Sorprendente Hombre Arana. I probably butchered it. All right, so I guess this is a foreign Bronze Age book. A raw copy sold this week for $1,400. Wow. So now, you know, the collecting universe is definitely getting into. I've seen books like Italian variants, Mexican variants of key titles, you know, that go for a little bit of money. But man, $1,400. Obviously, that's an older issue. Looks like it's from the at least 60s and 70s. So, yeah, I mean, I would imagine there's probably a pretty scarce amount of those out there. So, where there's scarcity, sometimes there's a lot of high value, especially if there's demand for it. Number 5 on the list, Legend of Oz: The Wicked West, Volume 2, number 7, Shannon Mayer variant. So this seems to be, or looks to be, the first published cover art by Shannon Mayer. I never heard of this book. But obviously everyone knows who Shannon Mayer is now. You go on eBay, there's none listed, so yeah, I don't know if this was on the list because there were several sales this week. Yeah, there was one sold on June 17th for $150. Wow. Let's see what get a close-up maybe of the cover. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't think it's his best work. He seems to be doing, that Emma Frost that's coming out this weekend looks really nice. I'll have to show that in a second here to everybody. So yeah, Shannon Mears definitely got some heat. A lot of people like his artwork. It's a he, by the way. When I first saw the name, I thought it was a female. I forget there are men called Shannon, yes, especially if you're Scottish or Irish, right? Number 4, Black Widow. Number 1, the C.G. Jones variant. This went from $5 a few weeks ago to $80. Wow. I guess anything Black Widow right now is moving. And if you go on eBay right now, yeah, there's one listed for $100. Buy it now. Another one for $70. Another one for $75, $100. Yeah, so there's definitely, this is, I guess, first appearance or first full appearance of Yelena Belova. Obviously rumored to be in the new movie. So if you got that in your collection, congratulations. You've got what was a $5 book going for $75 to $100 right now. Jeez Louise. I'm curious, was there really anyone buying it recently for $5? Okay, June 3rd there was a sale, less than $17. Wow, look at this poor bastard. April 7th. He sold 2 copies for $10 plus shipping. Wow. Hopefully he doesn't know. Hopefully he's not aware. That's what you should do when you sell something in your collection, is never look again to see what the price is. That's sad. All right, number 3 on the list is Daredevil. Number 2, the second print. Says here, cover appearance by Cole North has pushed this to a $30 to $40 book. This was cover price a week ago. Again, will anyone care about this character? I don't know. See if eBay shows it. Yeah, there's a buy it now for $37 and another one for $40 and an auction at $13.50 with four days left in the auction. Yeah, and the first print you could still probably buy for cover price. So there again, sometimes it pays to buy a second printing, just because the print run is so low. And I guess I don't know. To me, cover appearances aren't that important to me, but I don't collect cover appearances that much. So it's obviously there's enough people out there that do. So let's move in the book. Number 2 on the list is a book that I definitely mentioned last Wednesday, saying that I thought it was going to be a hot book. The artwork looked cool. The story premise looked really nice, with combination of Wizard of Oz and Dante's Inferno. Just sounded like a really cool concept, and I was right. A cover is a $20 to $25 book, and the 1 in 10 is saying here $70 plus. Yeah, I would say $75 and up. You might be able to get a buy it now for $75. Will that price hold, a week or two from now? I don't know. The incentive variant, I could definitely see that dropping a little bit. I don't think it'll go below 50. But it says, beware that many of the regular covers are damaged. So I ordered both the A and the B cover from Midtown, so hopefully they come in great shape. Midtown, I've had issues with them in the past, so, if you get a damaged book, if they can send you a replacement, they will, but obviously in this case they won't be able to because it's sold out. So if it comes damaged, a lot of times Midtown will refund your money back. I doubt they're going to do that on the incentive though. So if my incentive copy is damaged, I'm kind of SOL. Hopefully, I'll find out in the next week or so as I get my orders shipped to me. Hopefully, they're both in good shape. You never know. But that book is definitely heating up. If I go on eBay right now, oh, look at that. Oh, this is a San Diego Comic-Con. So they're already doing an exclusive, convention exclusive for this book. Amazing. It's a pretty cool cover, though. I like that. So this is going to be a hot title. I don't, yeah, there's the B cover, 65. So it's $70 with shipping. Seems to be the going price. San Diego Comic-Con variant for 40. Like to find that a little cheaper if I could. If I could get that for a, I think $25 deal would be the way to go. But it's a hot title. That's probably not going to happen. Number 1 on the list is a book that is definitely, I knew this was going to be on the list this week, and I'm not surprised it's number 1. Marvel Comics Presents number 6. This is the first full appearance of Wolverine's daughter. 30 to 35, and now it's more like 45 to 50 now. This book, and by the end of the weekend, I wouldn't be surprised if that's a $75 to $80 book. So I did a video a couple days ago when I bought 2 copies. I didn't buy them for cover. I mean, I wish I did. I got them for like $20 plus shipping, so $25 a piece. And by the way, I did get the number 5s, which is the cameo. I got those for $7 a piece, so I got a pretty good deal on those. And those are going for $25 a piece, easy right now. But yeah, everyone's going to be putting that on their pull list. Marvel Comics Presents number 7 is probably going to sell very well, I would imagine. That comes out in another week or so. I think near the end of July, or not. I'm sorry, middle of July, I believe, is when that comes out. Number 7, and that one should be the origin of the character. Hopefully, that's what the speculation is. So there'll be a lot of people picking up number 7. But yeah, number 6, that's definitely a hot book. I did a video on it a few days ago saying I had the same feeling about this book that I did with Batman Who Laughs. I think it's a major character. Who knows, though? I mean, I guess Wolverine's had a lot of children, and so a lot of times the price spikes initially, and then it dies back down. So, yeah, for now, it's a hot book. If you can pick it up for cover still, I'd be surprised if you could do that, but you never know. There might be a shop owner out there that's not aware of this book being what it is, but yeah, if you can get it for cover price, if you can get it for 30 to 35, that might be a buy. Who knows? But it's speculation. Maybe it's his daughter, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's a dream sequence. Hopefully, it's not that. I don't think Marvel would do that, but you just never know. So there's a little risk in it, in buying it, especially if you're paying going market price right now. But yeah. CBSI says, have any of them really stuck? Question mark. I'd agree with that. I mean, if the history of them, X-23, I think was the only one that really sort of held value. The rest of them kind of fizzled. I mean, I have first appearance of Dakin. I've got a couple variants of that as well. I think one of the variants is definitely still goes for decent money, but the rest of them, $10, $15 books, and nothing too crazy. So that is your Hot 10 list for the week. Kind of gave you my thoughts and comments on them. Definitely a good list. A lot of books to target. So from the list, I think I have at least number 7. I don't have number 3. I got number 2 and number 1. So I've got at least the 2 most important ones. At least I jumped on those, but yeah, it's a good list. I like this week's list. Hopefully you guys like the video as well. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications. And please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with this list? What are your thoughts? I would love to get those comments from you guys. All right, guys. I don't know if I'll do another video this weekend. Possibly if there's any good comic book news to highlight, but definitely on Wednesday again is when I'll have my next video out. All right, thanks.